Our multicultural societies operate like narcissistic family systems. In such a system, you have usually a head abuser. In this case, it's the class of educated white people who will ally themselves with foreigners and newcomers in order to scapegoat the rest of society. It's important to note then that the scapegoats are the only sane people. They are the ones who correctly perceive the abuse and the dysfunction of their society. So when we right-wingers rail against so-called progressive policy, it's because we realize that the wokeism, the transgenderism, and the gay marriage, and the so-called affirmative action and so on, and the transfer of wealth from the middle classes to the third world, and climate change, and so on and so forth, are really policies put in place to enrich the said educated class of people, to the benefit perhaps of the newcomers, right? But at the expense of the native middle classes and anyone else trying to resist society. The way we deal with this going forward is to accept that our societies in the West are completely dysfunctional and do not deserve our support any longer. From this point on, any man who still wishes to live in the Western world must perceive himself as a soldier hiding in enemy territory. And you can do the work that you need to do to make whatever money you need to make, as long as you no longer feel emotionally attached to these nations, because they're not healthy nations anymore. And what we will do is, after we overthrow these nations, after the big uproar, we will establish new, healthy societies that support ourselves once again.